Gates at United Cycle and dreamed of coaching in the NHL. What's it like to coach your hometown team from the Edmonton Oilers?
Well, it's a major factor, but it's not the big factor for me was I know so many people in the organization, and we've won a lot together. Peter and I really got along well at the Olympics, and he was really good for us as a coaching staff in the Olympics. I've known Manny and Glenn for a long, long time, and obviously Bob Nicholson and then Kevin and everybody. So it's a lot about who you're working with. That was the major factor at the end, but I got to say, Edmonton's my home. I went to my first hockey game with the Flyers and the Red Wings when I was 4 years old, and I'm going back to Edmonton. So that's a factor too. But the biggest one is the people. I've known a lot of these people for most of my life, and I have a healthy dose of respect for them.
We know you've been watching the team play. Is there something that you can impart upon the players from the get-go to get them to turn this slide around?
Well, I know what is wrong. But it's not going to get fixed overnight. I've been through this once before, and I'm going to help it along, but it's not going to change overnight. But we can start taking some steps. I've got to sell at my best. I've got to be good at. Players have to buy. I told the players today, I can take them to a place personally that they can't get to themselves, but they got to buy into that, and it's not going to be comfortable at times. But if we expect to win hockey games, we're not going to do it on talent. We're going to really have to develop an atmosphere where we're 100% locked in playing for each other and not with each other. And there's a big difference in those two words. And we've got to get to that atmosphere as quickly as we can. And like I said, it is not going to happen overnight, but I think there's some good kids in there and there's some good people, and I think we can make this go.
What do you see as being wrong then? Is they're a little loose defensively?
No, I just think frustration sets in and the emotion goes out, and then you just start playing by yourself. And you're trying to do too much yourself, and expectations lead either direction. They can lead to great camaraderie, or when it doesn't work, they can lead to frustration. And when you're frustrated, you go quiet on the ice with each other, you go quiet in your game, and then it looks like you're at times not trying, but it's exactly the opposite. And I think I can clear the deck that way. I went through this in St. Louis. We turned it around in 8 or 9 days, and we started to really play for each other, and I think I can help this group turn that around.
What about the opportunity to coach Connor McDavid? That's got to be fun for a coach, and how do you plan to deploy him?
Well, first of all, he's an awesome player, but he has an awesome responsibility, and it's not just scoring goals and getting points and stuff like that. He sets the competitive tone of the hockey club, and I can really help him. I've been through some really good players who learn to adapt and do those things, and I can help him along there and get him to understand what his responsibility is, because he's carrying too much of the burden, and he needs to lighten the load a little bit, and I can help him do that stuff.
Does it take some getting used to having Ken Hitchcock as your coach?
Well, you know what? I'm old enough and mature enough to go into a locker room and like I did today, and I'm going to do again on Thursday. We don't have time to horse around. We don't have time to go to get in the get to know you phase. We don't have time for it. We got to get going. And I want to be able to tell them everything that I'm about, good and bad. I want them to be 100% prepared for what they can expect from me, so we don't have to go through the dance. And we started that today, and I thought the guys really responded well to it. And we'll get some more done, a lot done on Thursday. But I want to be really clear with the players. This is what I expect. This is what you can expect from me. I'm going to be consistent. This is how I'm going to act, so there's no surprises. And I'm going to try to eliminate, by the time we play Friday, I'm going to try to eliminate as many surprises as I can.
Okay, thank you.